All right, team, hope you're doing well. We have got the workout brief for Tuesday the 9th coming up. I know usually I take my jacket off and pretend like it's warm enough to just wear a hoodie, but I'm not in it today. So for today, for our barbell crew, we are going to be getting after 7 sets of 1 front squat. So what we're going to be doing here is working to a heavy technical single for the day, okay? And there's a big difference between that and a 1 rep max, especially if you've been squatting for a while. Your 1 rep max is a sort of a once in a blue moon kind of occurrence. A heavy technical single is just what you can get to that day whilst preserving really good movement technique, okay? So be very critical on these. I would film yourself if you can, okay, just to see how well you're doing. It's really nice to see that feedback of just seeing how you're moving and then adjusting accordingly. That's what I did today. I did some squats today and I worked up to a heavy technical single in the back squat. And as soon as I hit a weight where the heels started to peak up a little bit and the knees weren't tracking quite right, cut it there, all right? So that's what you're kind of looking to do. Work up across those 7 sets of 1 to a heavy technical single. If you can get to that weight sooner rather than later, it's gonna mean you get more out of the workout because you'll get to spend more sets or more reps at a heavier weight, but do as you need, okay? So if you choose to warm up a wee bit more before starting those 7 working sets, that's not a bad idea. Either that or just count your heaviest 7 reps. If you feel like you get to the end of 7 reps or 7 sets of 1 and you feel like you haven't quite done as much as you could, then keep going, all right? On the dumbbell side of things, we are gonna be looking to chase a similar stimulus as the front squat with a nice chest up tall position, okay? So we're gonna be doing front rack walking lunges with the dumbbell, either single dumbbell held in the front rack like here or double dumbbells on the shoulders. We are gonna go for a 50-meter walking lunge. Okay, make the lunge relatively short. Don't go really long with it. There's a big difference between your lunge that you would use for a stretch and the lunge you would use when you're bearing a load of weight. If you've got 2 22.5 kilo dumbbells on your shoulders, you don't want to take big long lunges because it's going to mean you're going to have to pitch your chest forward loads to get up out of that. So stay nice and tall and get through that 50 meters. Scale that number accordingly, okay? So if you need to reduce that distance, if you can't reduce the weight, then go for a slightly shorter distance. Take it down to 30 meters, somewhere in that region. Once you've done that, you're gonna go straight into Bulgarian split squats. So we're gonna do 12, 12, 12 of Bulgarian split squats per leg. So you're gonna do 8 to 12 reps on your weaker leg, then 8 to 12 on your stronger leg, and then rest, weaker leg, stronger leg, rest, weaker leg, stronger leg, rest. Once you've done that, you're back into your front rack walking lunge for another 50 meters. Now, a lot of us can't adjust the weight too much at the moment because we've got the weight we've got. So if you feel you need to either make those reps a little bit higher or lower based on the weight that you've got, feel free to do so. I've given a guide of 8 to 12 reps. That's where we're looking to get to on these. Make sure you've got your rear foot on an elevated surface. So using a small box, steps, that kind of thing. You can get your rear foot elevated a little, and I want you to try and get as deep as you can into these, okay? Really let that front knee track out and over the toes and get nice and deep down into that lunge position, and really think about sending your rear knee back and down. You can hold the dumbbells however you prefer. I would usually do these holding them like suitcases. It tends to be the way that works best for this, but the whole time focus on keeping that chest nice and tall. Don't let yourself get pulled forwards by the weight, all right? A trick to this is to try and keep looking ahead. So pick a point that you're gonna look at straight ahead, keep your eyes fixed on that and keep your chest facing it. Don't let your chest start to face the ground. Another thing you can practice with both the front squat and with the dumbbell side of things especially is your breath control, okay? So stay really in control of your breathing, focus on your breathing more than most. Really stay in control of your breathing, try and really focus on it. And keep it so that you are keeping a rhythm of taking a breath in, going into your rep, and trying to use that breath to make sure that you stay nice and tight during each rep. Optional accessory work for today, we are gonna do something a bit different. We're gonna go for some bear hug holds. So you are gonna either use a big sandbag if you've got one, or fill up a big old rucksack with a lot of stuff, or pick a sack of dog food, any of those sorts of things, and you're gonna bear hug it. So hold it with your arms wrapped around, and you're gonna hug that for 3 to 5 minutes. While you're doing it, focus on squeezing your bum nice and tight. Breathe your breath against the object you're holding, okay? So you want to really push your body against it as you're holding on tight. Try not to wrap your hands over, okay? Try and hold it on without latching your fingers on or anything like that. Makes it a little bit more challenging. If you want to try and be a bit more competitive with these, Rogue and Beyond the Whiteboard have teamed up for a challenge at the moment. So check that out on the Beyond the Whiteboard app. It is a max duration hold with, I think it's possibly 100 kilos for the gents and maybe 70 for the ladies. I can't remember, I need to double check, but yeah, pretty wild. Make yourself a sandbag and give it a shot. And to finish up today, we are gonna get the lacrosse ball into the quads. So using the lacrosse ball on the inside and the outside of the quads, spend at least 2 minutes per side. I would do a few rounds at that, so maybe 2 or 3 rounds of 2 minutes per side. And also we're gonna get into the couch stretch or wall leg stretch, 2 minutes per side. Hope you enjoyed that one, guys, and we'll catch you again tomorrow for the next workout brief.